But I want to get to another talking point that, people that are against any sort of socialized health care, it doesn't have to be Obamacare specifically, but it can be against any sort of socialized health care system. They say that, what about the small businesses? Small businesses, they're going to suffer, they're going to cut jobs. But, however, according to the law, companies with fewer than 50 employees are exempt. And that's about 60% of those are smaller firms. Or, I'm sorry, about 60% of these smaller firms actually already offer health insurance. Okay? And under the ACA, they also qualify for a tax credit to help offer coverage. Okay? Tax credit. Not only that, but once again, back to the small businesses, 96% of the 28 million small businesses in America will not be subject to ACA rules. And that's according to the U.S. Small Business Association, Administration. The U.S. Small Business Administration.
Well, see, when you can't go mention it again, though, you can't go mentioning things like facts and stuff, because then people learn that Obamacare actually helps small business to provide more benefits to their employees and doesn't cost them anything and make them lay off employees. And if you say that, it makes the talking point make no sense. So it'd be appreciated if you don't bring that up anymore.
Right. And well, here's some other employer-related facts, not necessarily tied to the ACA too much, but nearly 60% of those surveyed say that they have increased the number of part-time and contract workers. Now, it could be because the demand has pretty much become stagnant because people don't have much money. Why bring on full-time employees if you don't need full-time work? Okay, that's understandable. Now, more than 20% of businesses surveyed said that this was because of the ACA. So out of 60%, only 20%, basically a third of that, say that, oh, it's Obamacare. Another 44% that they are hiring say that they are hiring temporary workers in response to extreme economic uncertainty. And so, what is the economic uncertainty? I would actually point to the 535 people in Congress. The 535 idiots in our Congress that can't get anything done. Think about this. An uncertain environment, right? How certain would you feel as a business if every couple of months the country is threatened to go into default? How certain would your business be if you don't know if the entire country's credit rating is going to be downgraded?
Well,
Am I right?
That's an important point because our credit was downgraded as a country, and the association who downgraded our credit rating, portrayed it as those Republicans blocking the raising of the debt ceiling and fiscal irresponsibility. They literally gave the cause of why they did it, and the reason that they did it was because of that idiocy that's going on, the uncertainty as if the debt was going to be paid or not, and so it was kind of funny, that was used a long time ago, during the presidential elections, the only president that your credit was downgraded under. Well, but it wasn't the president who caused that. It was, and it was clearly written in the report that they did it because of the House, not even because of the total government. They did it because of the House.
Remember, the debt ceiling is for stuff that we've already pretty much bought. Now we have to pay for it, right? It's debt that we've already run up. We have to pay our bills as a nation. Now, you would think as a party of fiscal responsibility, they would be all about paying bills, especially when most of them voted on the thing. Well, they all voted on the thing that they're having to pay for.
Well, yeah, they approved the budget, first of all. They approved the budget and then refused to pay for the budget because they don't want to give the president a blank check. You don't want to give him a blank check to what? Pay for the debt that you already approved. That doesn't make sense.
Right, and I'm assuming a lot of it is war debt. I mean, let's be honest. What do we spend most of our money on?
Debt.
Bombing brown people.
Bombing brown people. That is
and,
what
and of course
that is what
tax
the
cuts.
majority of our money is spent on.
Because tax cuts, you still have to pay for those tax cuts. I don't think a lot of conservatives tend to realize that you have to pay for tax cuts, because that money's got to come from somewhere.